Manchester United have beaten West Ham 3-1 in the FA Cup, progressing to the quarterfinals where like half of the team left in it outside the top flight. A very straightforward route now to at least a semi and potentially a final there for Manchester United. Fulham, on paper, a quite straightforward draw. In reality, probably going to be quite a difficult ask for us because they are absolutely flying and grinding results out at the moment. As for the game, we saw the 11. We saw that it was heavily rotated. I actually got 10 out of the 11. He went more rotated than I did in my preview. In my preview, I had Martinez alongside Maguire in defence, and he went with Lindelof alongside Maguire, literally telling you what pretty much his best 11 is and who he really wants to sort of protect. And on one hand, I think he was very conscious of where we are in the league. And ultimately, look, we got the job done, right? So you can't... I mean, I don't think you can criticise Ten Hag at all for it. He got to see some squad players. He got to form more opinions on those squad players. He's got Manchester United through to the quarterfinals of yet another cup competition. And he's rested big players who need rest ahead of Anfield come Sunday. So quite a lot of positives to take bigger picture style. But when it comes to the actualities of the game, tough to not be very critical, in all honesty, on a few fronts. And I'm not even necessarily just talking about United. Roy Keane, and I don't know if Roy Keane singled out Declan Rice because at one point he was going to play for Ireland, and then when he got the opportunity to play for England, he decided he was going to play for England. I don't know if there's more than meets the eye going on with that, perhaps. But he seemed to single out Rice harsher than we generally see him singling out players. Not that he was wrong, though. I absolutely agreed with every word Roy Keane said about Declan Rice, in that sometimes he can look very good and sometimes he can have excellent games, but he does tend to go sideways and backwards a lot more. And especially when you remember what Roy Keane was about. Roy Keane was give me the ball and then he would try and put it forward, and he would make excellent decisions and tough decisions. He would try and play hard at times. And there wasn't quite enough of that, in my opinion, in Declan Rice's game. And a lot of the times, he said he coasts through games. And I agree, I think he does coast through games. Don't really see Declan Rice grabbing hold of a game, Roy Keane style, and taking it to the opposition. And when he's absolutely right. When you're talking about £100 million plus player, whatever West Ham want for him, he's got to do more than that. And I'm addressing this because a lot of you guys yesterday said Declan Rice, potential future replacement for Casemiro, and no, for me, no, absolutely not, absolutely not. Jude Bellingham, yes, different story, entirely different story. Rice, I think he's protected by the system a hell of a lot, and I think if you asked him to be someone that was playing balls through lines and holding possession and that, I haven't seen the evidence he can do it. Not saying he can't, I just haven't seen the evidence of him being able to do that. Defensively, West Ham was shite. Really, really bad. By how easy some of those goals and chances came for United towards the end of the game. Shite is the only word I can describe for it. Harry Maguire, I don't know if it's because we've become accustomed to Varane and Martinez now, but is it just me, or does he just stand out against our opposition at the moment now? Is it confidence with him? Is it ability? Is he rattled because he's lost his place? He did not stake a claim. I think the kindest thing I can say to him is he did not stake a claim to be getting back anywhere near Manchester United's starting partnership with that performance this evening. And that is the kindest I can be to him. Elsewhere, actually, maybe the entire backline bar Malacia weren't great. I think, would it be fair to say? did we get away with this? Was this a case of like, look, I need to rotate at somewhere, but we've got, Liverpool and Europa League's back right upon us, and has he just gone, I'm going to have to play a card here? He's played it, and like I said, he's got away with it, man. He has got away with it, but it was hard work at times that. We made a lot more hard, especially when we conceded. But again, this is such a mad trait that this United team has developed. Again, we concede first, and you go, no problem, mate. Watch this. Coming out of the game, I would say the major bright spark was the performance of Garnacho, which is coming at a great time when you want maybe a little bit more competition for places, and you want people that are able to score goals, and you want players that are able to change and impact a game, and you have this little gem in the squad, whether that's starting, coming off the bench, or whatever. You have this little gem in the squad. This little gem is so direct, so confident, so aware of his own capabilities to be able to put the ball in the back of the net, to put defenses. And because he's a willing runner, and all he thinks about when he gets the ball is, can I get my ass into the box with this ball? That's all he's thinking about. And when he gets into the box, he's looking to create or he's looking to score. And it's that sort of ruthlessness that is showing up some of the other members of the United squad. The likes of Anthony, Sancho, are getting pressure put on them by this kid. And for me, that's not a negative thing. Some people, insecure people, take that as a negative thing, but that's not. It's exactly what you want. You want 22 players in your squad that believe they are better than the other guy in their position, and walk out onto the pitch with, I'm going to show you today why I'm better than this other guy in my position. That's what you want. That's what you've got to have. And that's what Garnacho's got. And it was a wonderful finish. And obviously, I'm not talking here about Fred getting another goal as well. Fred having the season of his life. Another player that we'd wrote off. Another player that Ten Hag has been able to turn around and make a very, very useful member of the squad. Garnacho, there is something special in that kid. And this being his breakout season, there are 3-4 levels for him to go through. And I am so excited to see what those levels look like. And I think the way the season's going on, I can see him having an increasing role in the team. It started really slow for him. It started on the back of, he missed a meeting, or he's late for a meeting, and he's been dropped from the tour because he was from the games on the tour because he was late for a meeting, and then there's some talk, he's got an attitude problem, he's got this, he's got that. He signed his contract, he's contributing in games, Ten Hag's getting the best out of him. Seems like they've got a good relationship. Another decision, faultless from Erik Ten Hag, and all eyes now on Anfield at the weekend. Liverpool don't lose there a lot. They've not been great this season, but they don't lose at home a lot. If we're able to go and put it on Liverpool and get a win this weekend, the sky's the limit for this team and this manager. Take it easy. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. See you in the next one. Laters.